Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to this mission here in Frozen Synapse 2, which we are totally going to do a better job at. Here, listen, the problem is I didn't quite understand the mission objectives. It said, save the civilians, and I was like, oh hey, look at all these civilians. I'll make sure to save them from all the terrible people in this building. What it meant was specifically save these civilians. I'm on top of it now, I got it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. So... now that I know that we are not talking about random civilians in the area activating and becoming enemies, but rather civilians in the building specifically, we can make some plays based on that. I think I do want to have... we had pretty good luck with this guy. I'm thinking maybe he gets just posted up like here, or even back here, just watching this doorway, because this is a serious problem, right? We have to deal with some of these civilians who become... converted are just gonna have to get dealt with, right? But also, I guess the more dangerous enemies are kind of in the middle of the area, and this is maybe something a pistol guy could do. At this range, perfectly stationary, just looking right into that doorway, maybe he can handle it. Although I guess I want him to be on the wall as much as possible. And again, we want to maximize the amount of focus diamond that is actually visible while minimizing the amount of doorway space that is not in the focus diamond. Okay, and then... nope, that is this pistol guy, okay. 5 is the one we want to move around. What do I want to do with this guy? This didn't turn out too badly last time. He didn't quite get the kill that we wanted, but he could have. I could have played it a little bit sharper and it could have worked. The minigun did an alright job last time as well, but we have to remember that what we did last time is not good enough. Like, we can't just sit and wait, which is what I often do with these area denial guys. We have to get aggressive here. It's gonna complicate things. Maybe what we do is have the minigun sit right here. Maybe not right here. Maybe like... again, trying to maximize penetration while minimizing the amount of window that is left. Because as soon as the building's unlocked, bam, that's like a real thing that happens. Also, notice that the bullet cone is stopping at that wall behind the reception desk, which is interesting because it means that we can kind of use this to feel out the geometry of the building before actually being able to see what's in there. In our case, not terribly relevant because we already know what the inside of this building looks like. But that's a weird thing that we might take advantage of in the future. To a certain extent, it feels like poor sportsmanship, but also I like winning. It's a difficult balance. Okay, let's try something like this. Just like in here... somewhere like there. We pop the door open, we immediately have a bunch of sightlines in. The back door where all the dudes are spawning is locked. Let's hope that we can pull the grenade guy really quickly. I'm comfortable committing this. I'm hoping we accidentally hit the grenade guy right away here. I mean, not you know what I mean by accidentally, though. Boom! Okay. So the grenade guy's still alive. We got several, though. More than one by a bunch. I don't think that's quite far enough, right? That's going to get clipped by... yeah. He needs to move over a little bit further, free up his line of sight a little bit more. I want to catch this grenade guy if he steps out to fire a grenade, which I think he is going to do. There we go. That's the angle I want. That's exactly the amount of walking we have to do. So... who did we get? We got a rifle guy, right? I'm going to watch the last turn again. There's a pistol, a rifle, a couple of guys running out there. It kind of looks like another guy's going to run out there, and I think we're just going to be here for that. You should aim roughly here while walking this way, I think. I wanna snap that dude if I can. Maybe a little bit more like this. Okay. And then to be perfectly honest, I think that's too far over in general. I want to have a little bit better sight in here, but I think we want to get that shot. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about it. This guy is going to have a hard time. And then once things are cleaned up a little bit, I think it may be the case that all we have to do is run into the yellow area. I will say I don't think this guy's getting a lot of value accomplished here, but I don't know what to do with him because the thing I would use him for is to rush down the grenadier, and obviously that's not safe with the minigun fire. You know what? There is space here. We just have him move along this wall. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually 100% fine with that. He might get splatted by this dude running out like that. Like, if this guy runs across here, we do get vision of him for a minute, but I'm not sure it'll be enough to shoot him. Yeah. So do I want this guy to just stay put? Probably, right? Want him aiming over here, so if that guy does cross, we can maybe catch him. I don't know. That might not work. But I think he needs to stay put for now. And one more time, the full 5 seconds, like you're still firing almost to the end of that. I probably don't want him to fire again because I don't want him to be pinned for the beginning of the next turn in case he's still alive. Maybe the right thing to do is not to move, but just to trust that this guy is going to move, because he probably will, right? He doesn't stay right there. And if he does stay right there, I'm not really like in a lot of danger from him. So yeah, we probably just keep our good position. I like this. I like the way this is beginning. I don't think it's time for Pistol Guy to make his move yet. If we lose him to the shotgunner, which is a possibility, probably the rifle has the shotgun. I'm thinking that, unlike last time where like the shotgunner was coming out and we figured out a way to get our rifle back, if we move the pistol away from the doorway, he's going to be basically useless anyway, so... Aww. We almost got that guy. Okay, so the good news is the rifle's dead. The other good news is... not a huge amount. Let's see. That guy got. We didn't kill anybody else in here, but, I mean, we got the dangerous one. Yeah, just kind of aim in general this way. Move over a little bit and give yourself a better angle inside. I don't know that this guy needs to be watching this doorway anymore. I would really love to get rid of the Grenadier, but he's playing a little smart. So I think this is the part where this guy... What on earth? Okay. Part where this... Must you... How about here? I still kind of have cover. Boy, I'm not allowed to get too close to that car. Alright. You know what, maybe even start that aim like here. And once this guy has the doorway, then this guy moves in, and hopefully that's good enough. I don't think we should move in right now. And I think this side is under control. None of these guys have a super great chance of killing my rifle. The fact that this guy just fired a grenade makes me feel pretty safe, because the grenade launcher has a pretty long reload. Okay, so he gets to fire, but he'll do it just before the end of the turn, so we'll have time to react to the grenade in the air. Yeah, we're good. Alright, here's hoping on this front. The fact that they no longer have any normal rifles makes me feel very secure. Sorry, not very secure. More secure. Pistol guy doing what pistol guy does. Really, you don't have that shot. Turn feels a little bit longer than it was predicted to be. Alright, so wait like half a second and then run in, right? I want to let that guy get his thing done. Okay, and you, it looks like, are just dead. For some reason, their Grenadier was able to fire considerably earlier than he was able to fire during the practice run of the turn. It felt like the actual turn was quite a bit longer than it should have been. And if this guy comes out here, I assume he gets rifled. The rifle does not turn and look at him naturally, actually. Until he fires once. But we could probably have this guy get to here, wait a short time, just in case this doesn't quite unfold like I think it will. And then aim this way. Okay, let's see what happens. You're just dead, huh? Yeah. Okay, well, it is what it is.
System prime.
I gotta say, the AI is good enough with the grenade launcher units that I am now comfortable saying the grenade launcher units are just extremely good. They're great for me, they're great for everybody else. Okay, I'm rescuing civilians. Civilians are safe, but you need to take out the remaining Sonata units. You know what? I have that very under control. They're gonna have a hard time with this. So that guy is actually killing their... Did he make it? Nope, he just shot his grenade in a really strange way that is killing one of their units. What if he, like... I was trying to see if he could get cover behind the arcade machines. Nope, I think that guy's just dead. So that was nice of them. That being the case, do something like this. Like, this is under control. They're going to have a really hard time killing my scoped rifle with these units, even if they had this guy alive. And I think the best solution to the grenade launcher is just to run at it with a pistol. I am comfortable priming like this. So the grenade launcher units are extremely good, but also there's a possibility of collateral damage. Listen, explosions are tough. Oh my god, pistol guy, if you do this, you are the greatest hero of all time. Orbital pistol may also be earning a name. I don't really know if... I don't really know if this guy's capable of helping at this point. We're already very committed here, so... I got a curiosity, if this guy keeps running, so he moves out of the focus diamond, no, it looks like we've just got him. And the scoped rifle backs off to wait, to see if it is safe. Guy's a lot of things, but a charge-in kind of guy he is not. Well, he found a path that makes him survive. I'll give him that. Oh, right. I do have to tell him to turn around, don't I? Trying to figure this out. Like, I want him to... Never mind, screw focus. I'm just angling his whole cone of fire. You guys are so bad at this. Get him. What if he just keeps coming? Okay. So now he's planted in a position, and I think maybe this guy does start coming around the side. I gotta do something here.
System primed.
We have 2 units. We can use their fields of fire to corral this dude. We do not have to put up with him. Okay, well, that's not going to work. Sorry, we had to actually give him the movement order. And you, maybe now that he's come out like this, you watch this doorway, but keep moving. Just don't get close to the door.
System primed.
Want to make sure that we are keeping our rifle out of pistol range at all times. And hey, we saved like a pretty significant portion of those civilians. We got in there quickly. Ah, the crouch.
Neutralized.
Clever. Unfortunately, he walked directly into the focus diamond. This guy's kind of great. The orbital pistol probably has also earned a name. Let's get you disconnected. Yeah, please unplug me from this thing. I bet it's really uncomfortable. Alright, so standard 10k bond gained. We are very rich. Also, working really, really hard here. I have a working hypothesis on one element of Sonata's behavior. Balakwa and I have discovered that the composition of the relics is close to Sonata's own makeup. It may be attempting to rediscover elements of itself which are embedded within the city. It doesn't always seem to need to extract them. It wants to locate them, connect to them, and then guard them. We can't locate relics on their own, but when Sonata comes into proximity with them, the shape signature is quite pronounced. I've modified Balakwa so he is now able to detect these events. It feels weird. I recommend we continue trying to prevent Sonata from connecting with them until we know more. I believe its apparently erratic behavior is an attempt to engage in learning. It's trying different strategies to figure out how to reach its goal. If it realizes that killing civilians is ineffective and irrelevant, then it could well stop. Hey, that would be lovely. I've heard enough to convince me that we need more support. If it's operating rationally on any level, we might be able to deter it with a significant show of force. Or, you know, we could, like, talk to it. We could try to educate it a little bit. Alright, you know, I only have so many verbs over here, so I guess we'll keep working with the verbs we got. Yeah, you guys should probably head home. Send Strike Fear 2. Also, Eldon Kellerman is on the phone. Your response time was decent, Tallest. That's the nicest thing he's ever said about anybody. Alright, yeah, keep the funding going. Please do. Please do, I need money. Okay, speaking of money, we are actually doing really well on cash. This is gonna eventually pop, and it looks like, hopefully, we're not gonna be in any trouble. I don't see any other players' squads heading toward it or anything. It is off in the, like, way off in the corner. I assume Guest has something going on in one of these buildings that they would like people not to interrupt. Doesn't sound like any of my business, though. So we need some regen time, right? Let's get these guys back to HQ and then figure out our squatting a little bit. Please do store the bond there, and I think at this point we need to be a little bit more diligent about always having a defense squad. Things have opened up, right? Pretty much due to me making it real by eliminating safeguard. I now feel unsafe leaving my relics alone and undefended, so we should try to make sure that there's actually always bodies here. Funny how the negative consequences of my own actions always seem to fall on me. There's probably a lesson that could be learned here. So where are we at on regen times? 127 minutes remaining. You guys are still carrying this stuff. How do I not be doing that? How do I install that stuff? Interact with the base defense squad. We can swap items. We can take stuff from the base. Do I just drop the things here and they just work, or what? I have no idea. Also drop the early warning system. Yep, and the only options I have left are take things. Okay, well, maybe they're installed? I don't have any way of knowing how to do that. I don't have any way of knowing if that's a thing I need to think about. Okay, I'm fine with it. Okay, so, oh, yeah, the building cert. Right, we had a building cert that we... Didn't we? Yeah, we have... This one's not the one that's in use here, right? Uh-oh. It doesn't say. Probably this is the new one, because it's down here. I'm going to assume this lists the items in order of their acquisition. So we could try to take this building cert somewhere. I'm curious if we can just plug it into any building. We shouldn't be able to, logically, but that doesn't mean that that's actually how it works. So with this building here, I'm trying to think, we probably want to put up, like, somewhere in this area would be ideal. I'm getting all distracted. What I was going to do is figure out how long until our squads regen. That's what I was trying to do. So 2 hours, 14 minutes on the strike team, and... Right, 4 hours on these guys, because they just got home. Okay. And I can move units around while they're in the dead state, right? Yeah, okay. We probably don't actually want all these guys, like... Pistol units are okay for defense. But I also don't want the base defense squad to be all pistol units. So let's give them a normal rifle, and then, like, some kind of area denial unit. We could put the minigun... We could put this minigun on base defense and then just hire a new minigun. Because, like, I feel like this squad is competent. Sometimes this guy spawns with a rifle as well, so I feel comfortable just leaving them to play defense. And then this team is okay. I'd be honest with you, not in love with that sniper. So if I want to make sure that we always have base defenders here on base defense, and we could probably just, like, throw an SMG or two into this unit as well. Something cheap. Oh, we have access to a rocket launcher unit. That's a very extremely expensive unit. What is plus? Oh, we're getting special versions of the units available now. That turret unit is $120,000. What on earth? I mean, maybe they're just that good. Well, man, I kind of want to, like, I kind of want to spend big now. Maybe I should, hold on. Maybe we should leave the sniper behind on base defense. I'd be honest with you, I don't really like using this sniper very much. And then we'll just hire a new guy for this team. This team can handle stuff as it is. Alright, so we need a new guy for you. I'm kind of thinking fancy minigun guy. Wait, where was fancy minigun guy? He's here. He is $72,000. So I do wish that the plus was, like, detailed here a little bit more. Like, what does it mean for him to have plus duration? It already takes almost the entire amount of time until he can shoot his next shot for the minigun shot to go off. So it having more duration is actually kind of a bad thing, right? It means I get to issue shoot orders less frequently, which means I can't change his play very much. I don't know that I want that. I do want to try out some of these other units. I'd like to have a rocket launcher on staff. We don't have that, unfortunately. This rocket launcher may fire 3 shots in a mission. Boy, I want a rocket launcher very much. Maybe we're not quite as close to being cool on cash as I thought. I also do kind of want a smoke grenade. We've already experienced a few situations where it would have been really nice to have a way of blocking line of sight. And I want shotguns, man. Alright. I think maybe we are waiting until this job is done and then buying a real fancy expensive unit or two. And then we'll go out and try that building start thing. My guess is that it's just going to work for this building. We're going to have to come back and retake this, but that's fine. This building doesn't really have any value to us, unfortunately. The other thing is naming. Toxic grenade fellow, right? Yeah, it's this one earned the name. So, somebody suggested that we continue the royal theme by going for King Boom or something like that, and that gave me an idea. King Flame is a really good name for like a B-tier comic book villain that eventually becomes kind of an anti-hero character. It's a little self-aware. It's not quite... It's sort of a Venom arc, but without the seriousness of Venom, because of course it's not the 90s anymore. And so, what if we named all of our units who earn names, try to stick to that aesthetic? So I was thinking maybe Baron Boom, right? That works for me in a deep place. Somewhere inside of me is very happy about this. Also, Orbital Pistol, you done it. You done earned a name. How do we... Boy, what's a cool name for a pistol guy? You know what? Maybe I'll think about this and we'll come back to it. Alright, so let's fast forward. Regen bodies. Finish our job here. Strike team is ready to rock. Wait. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, strike team. Okay, yeah, it still said partial up here, so I was getting all flustered. Probably just hang out for now. You're playing defense. Sorry, I know that's not really what you're for. A call coming through? My parents moved out to Brightling in the panic before the realization. They figured it was worth taking the financial risk to try and get out of the way. We had a pretty rocky relationship when I was younger. I think a lot of it was down to trying to survive out here on their income. Yeah, poverty can really be a stressor. Something I have some experience with. My mother's been ill for a while and meds are getting pretty expensive. The university's under a lot of pressure and my budget seems to get hit first when they decide to spend more on expanding their security. I do the best I can to support them, but it seems like my work is just getting swept up into everyone's wider project. I don't feel like I have ownership of anything anymore. Well, okay. I mean, that's unfortunate and I feel for you, but I'm not 100% sure why you called to tell me that. Listen, I'm already more on Sheriff's side than any of the other characters that we've met. Alright, so we are almost all the way regrown. I wish I had noted what time it was when we started this checkpoint. We're at the place, right? Herman and Federico? Yeah. And I did set up the checkpoint, right? Yeah. This contract is running. Next stage deadline 4/12. Okay. So we're almost done. An incursion. Well. We don't know anything. Great. Hold on a second there, Balakwa. So, we send the strike team, right? But we probably... I'm going to put a body on the strike team. A body that can later get transferred to somewhere else. We're going to try a shotgun, maybe? We don't have the money to get either of these units. Although, if I want this unit, I probably shouldn't spend. We're going to make some money off of this incursion. But we're also about to get 60k off of that job, right? It was like 60k? Yeah, let's pull a shotgun unit. Shotgun is an effective close-range combat VAT form, moves quickly, strikes with deadly force. Shotgun users need to watch out for mid-range units such as SMGs. He's like a pistol if a pistol was good. Let's sign him onto the strike team, and then send the strike team out on the mission. Yeah, that's a good squad of dudes. Alright, task complete. Not only did we get all that cash, but Guest gave us $1,300 of extra funding for doing a good job. Okay, so it was almost 50k. Alright, so let's send these guys back to the place where they are supposed to live. And yeah, it looks like nobody else is aware of the incursion. Balakwa told us that, but also, you know, who trusts Balakwa? I'm a little worried about Guest attacking me with the relic. Like, if there is a relic here and we try to transport it back home, I guess we'll see what happens. I think there's a non-zero chance that that we are stopped. Okay, what do we got? Sonata is trying to extract the yellow pistol unit I've highlighted here. Yellow. You need to eliminate them before they go anywhere. Make sure to cover the exits. Okay, easy enough. And there is a relic here. A live relic. So, alright, the area they're in is pretty enclosed. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exits. Not the number I would like. Can we... Flamethrower guy needs to go to a position where he can cover multiple exits without being shootable. Like right here. Yeah! I've missed you, King Flame. Your time in the vats was hard on all of us. This guy can effectively cover both of these exits by just doing that, right? This area is in an enemy's line of sight. Oh, there's a window there. Yeah. I had to be careful. He's actually very snipeable. Maybe he instead covers both of these exits by standing right here? They don't have any indirect fire units. They have to actually get in our line of sight to mess with us. So... I'm hoping we can watch the exits and then use our grenade launcher to harass them. Other rifle guy stands here and watches this exit. This is actually a line of sight where a sniper might have an advantage. Move in just a little. No, actually, yeah, there's no way to see from here. That might work. Let's try it. Can we... I'm gonna do that good clumsy thing I do. Just curious, if he did that, would he get me before I get him? I have to assume the answer is yes. No, it is not. Okay. Although, to be fair, those don't always work the same way in practice, it feels like, that they worked in the preview. I'm not allowed to start inside. I'm just thinking, like, we can get this guy in close. We can do the same thing with the grenade launcher. Right now, they have no easy escape. So we can pressure them from two sides with the shotgun and the indirect fire unit, and hopefully just catch them screwing up. I guess this exit isn't actually guarded, but he can guard it from inside. And in fact, once he gets in here and he's watching this door, this guy's job gets a little bit easier. Alright, last thing. I do want to issue a second shot order. I just want to make sure that this doorway never becomes available. And hopefully we get a little bit lucky here. Look at the size of that explosion. Alright, hopefully we can catch them setting up a little bit. Alright, now my big fear here is something like this. Wow, that grenade explosion is very good. Yeah. It totally does breach the doorway. Okay. I am comfortable with these orders. The shotgun guy needs to run inside. Sorry. But he has to do it in such a way that he doesn't become visible through this window, so we have to be a little cautious. So if this guy were to run in to meet him, do I... This should be a range that's favorable to me, I think. Wow. Yes, it certainly is. Alright, I feel good about this. This guy's not going anywhere.
System primed.
Oh, long turns are enabled. Oops. Actually, I don't think it matters. I don't think we have more than 5 seconds worth of orders. I suppose it might run until the end of the second flame shot. Okay, if they just back off, that's actually extremely fine with me. Oh, this is so bad for them. Right? Because I just like... Okay, I need to be a little further from the wall. I don't want to be visible to the sniper for too long, but I definitely also need to get this grenade actually in there. Like that shot. What I really need to know is whether that shot kills my guy in the corner. Make the turn longer. That didn't make the turn longer because my guy died before the turn. Okay. Because it looks like it shouldn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. Alright, I am comfortable with that. It is also definitely the case that we don't need to keep watching this door. And they've done a good job of making it kind of awkward for me to enter, though. So how do I want to handle this? Because I don't just want to run out this doorway, obviously. Shotgun guy probably has to come back around to here. Flamethrower is probably not useful anymore. If they're going to do this thing, you know. If we get him over to here and he could just fire through this doorway and keep them pinned against the wall so that we could hit him with grenades, that would be pretty useful. Boy, that is not... I'm pretty sure... Man, having some control problems here. I'm pretty sure I clicked on this side of this wall, and I definitely was not trying to mess with this shot. I wish you could tilt the camera. You can no longer tilt the camera in once you're in mission mode, but sometimes I would really like to be able to see behind walls better. Alright, so you get there. We have to be like really careful about taking up any long sight lines, right? I'm kind of curious though about this play. If this guy's watching out here, I could crouch as I'm moving up to the car. Maybe I don't even have to. He really can't get me. That seems kind of crazy. Yeah, weird. Alright, you definitely focus hard. Shotgun guys coming around. Flamethrower. I just don't even know what to do with you, man. If he steps inside, he's at their mercy. Nope. No. There we go. Try to get him a little more central so that he's at least responsive. We can get him places if we need to get him places. Alright, I think everybody has reasonable orders here. Do not run long turns. Oh, this is going to be bad for them. So that looks like a victory to me. Yeah, the pistol guy can't move, but also he dies if he doesn't. So this is just going to be the end of the mission right here then, though, right? I don't think I have to do anything else. I guess this guy's a concern. Like, he could run up to here and shoot us. Can he do that in a single turn? Because that's going to happen. We have somebody watching the doorway already. We can just be ready for him. Alright. Let's probably end this mission. Grenade launchers. They're all right. Yeah, indirect fire units are really good. So, also, our response time. 2 thumbs up right there. That's what 2 thumbs up looks like. So, we have $146,000. And now it is the time for making with the fancy units. We didn't even lose anybody. Let's not, I guess, count these chickens just yet. Do I want to install the relic here? Maybe it would be better to take it back to the other spot. This squad's not back home yet. Because we may well get attacked for it, right? We have been attacked for these things in the past. Also, I just want to get it inside. What's the regen time on these dudes? 28 minutes left. Alright, I'm going to send... Hold on, let's have Strike Fear 2 pick up this building cert. Okay, so they have that. And then we're going to send them to the second one. I'm going to give them another guy. Let's hire a cool mercenary. We have all this money now. I do have enough money to get the turret. Could just get the turret. Does this squad doesn't just have an assault rifle, but the scoped rifle is very good. Yeah, let's buy a turret unit. We got to see what they're about, right? Oh, there's a riot shield available too. That's interesting. A support unit. It blocks bullets. Grenades may be bounced off of it. It doesn't say whether it has its own gun or not, which is kind of what I was looking for. Also, what is going on here? Do you have a super scope mounted on your shoulder, or is this an earring? Like a big hoop earring, but at the bottom there's like a big box with a circle in it. This is a very confusing silhouette. I really want to try a riot shield unit. That sounds cool. We have just enough money to get the turret and the riot shield, which is what we're doing, because I want to try all the unit types. So you get on... Actually, I suppose we should assign new units to the strike team first. We'll put the turret here. We'll put the riot shield on the squad that maybe doesn't need any more firepower, but could use a way to get its flamethrower guy a little closer. And now we have $600. Alright, and then Strike Fear 2 heads for here. So if we do get relic jacked, we are at least on the way to reclaim it already. There's all these guest squads in the streets making me a little nervous. You don't want to do this. Just let it go. Nope, there. Hand over the relic. I know you understand our desire to break down structural restrictions on freedom of thought. I do, and I'm with you on that, but also I need this. So, no. I can't cope with your obtuse intransigence today. Hey. That's not polite, probably. Alright. We can handle this. And if we don't handle this, it's going to mean reprisals for that. We are going to reprise ourselves upon them. We're in our own territory, so we might get some local militia assistance. Like this pistol guy. Hey! Alright, so their squad is mostly pretty soft, except this sniper's in a really good position. Where's my... Okay, this is bad. Flamethrower guy is, like, completely worthless in this position. So how does a riot shield work? You seem not to have a gun. Oh, that's neat. That's neat. Get behind the riot shield. I hope the riot shield has a melee attack. I hope the riot shield is just a knife guy with a shield. That would be awesome. How fast are you? Fast-ish. Fast are you? Also fast-ish. Okay, so... This is maybe silly, but it is extremely my plan. I think the... Oh, pistol guy over here might actually get some work done, depending on what these guys do. He also might get knifed real hard. Alright, first plan... You two, party together. When you arrive here, you are pointing your shield at that man, and then you are advancing on him. Oh, what's up now? Nope. Wait, how did I activate the shield before? I thought it was an aim order, wasn't it? Do I have to aim, like, close? And then can we move with the shield up, I guess is the question? No, we cannot. Okay, that's interesting. So that breaks that plan. My plan was to have this guy with the riot shield advance with shotgun backup and then just, you know, just do the thing. We can certainly project an eventual threat. Everybody's got to get some cover. So maybe the play is actually you just do that in place. Because what I want to do is move. I want to take up as much of the sniper's time as possible while I move to safety, then not get shot and have him have to refocus afterward, because that gives us time to, like, do this, right? Would you generate a waypoint? I can't get him to actually go behind the car. And I think at long range we have a pretty significant advantage here once we have their sniper down. Seems unnecessary. No, seriously, don't do that. We're nowhere near grenade launcher range, unfortunately, but we do what we gotta do. So what if he's watching this way? Okay, not really a concern. King Flame has a very protected approach. This is a weird thing. So what do I want to do with the shotgun guy after that, though? Like, we just dive behind the van? It's not ideal. He loses sight of me, and then he does not regain it. And we crouch again. So yeah, everybody's down. Us all being crouched is advantage us because they have to come over here to fight us, but we can fire grenade shots. The worst part of this is the King Flame approach is, like, pretty vulnerable. Depending on what happens up here, I might find myself in a bad spot. But if he gets to kill a sniper with a flamethrower, that's good enough. You know, we could press a new King Flame out of the vat. I kind of want to, like, reorient this a little bit. Because I want this guy to be pretty safe from their rifle as well. Okay. As much as this is basically just straight cowardice, this is the plan. And then be aiming in this general direction. I guess may as well have a focus diamond. Yeah, we'll figure everything else out afterward. If this guy just runs forward like a madman, how in danger am I? Ooh, wow, that's serious. Okay, what if he goes around the other side of the car where I'm not focusing? Just trying to figure out if this riot shield is already dead. But, I have to say, doing work. Okay, no, I think he's under control. Alright, let's prime it. I need to see what the sniper is going to do before I make many more plans. So. Crouch, crouch, crouch. Oh no! Okay, I think we might be fine here. Because it's going to take the sniper a minute to draw that bead at this range. We need to just light him up and then make for cover. And then we're going to try... Actually, I'm going to be gutsy about this. Right, we're going to try to get close enough to be a problem for them. Now that the sniper's dealt with, Riot Shield gets to change up his style. So can I shoot through the Riot Shield? It's not super clear. What does he do? I guess we find out if I can shoot through the Riot Shield. That's a primary curiosity here. It looks like no, my guy stops firing. It is not a one-way barrier. That's a shame. It also looks like King Flame might get murdered if he does this, but I still think that, like, he doesn't have a role in the mission if this doesn't work, so... Also, you are going to stand and run for here. You gotta make some distance. Because I think we got this side pretty much under control. If we get their rifle down, our shotgun guy has pretty much free reign to do whatever he wants, but for the moment, I think we gotta keep him pretty much under control. So you should not move to there. You don't really have a play here. If this guy could move with his shield up, that would be one thing. But yeah, like as it is, I don't think he is really accomplishing anything. If this were more of a traditional area denial doorways kind of issue, maybe. Alright, we gotta make sure that we actually hit the sniper. I gotta make sure this is gonna work. So if he's still moving... Looks like we got him no matter what. I think we got him. So his best chance for escape is to move 90 degrees off of my angle of fire. And yeah, it looks like he's dead no matter what. King Flame, you're a hero. You've done it again. You crazy, horrible monster. Yeah, I don't know. Riot Guy unfortunately dies if he moves, so he needs to just keep aiming. Alright, let's do it. Aside from King Flame's approach, this feels pretty safe, and also like it might end with us getting some kills, possibly. Apparently, we don't quite have vision on that guy. Also, hold on. Who is he shooting at? Oh, he's shooting at that guy. Okay. So you could stand up. No? You don't like that order? You could stand up. God, we've used the gas grenade so many times, I've forgotten the area of this is really bananas. Does that shot destroy that car? That's an important question. Because if we get rid of that car, they're in grim shape. Maybe I need to fire... I can't really fire from closer. Yeah, okay. Let's just keep this up. I wonder if we should drop the shield, because the riot shield is probably preventing this guy from participating in this fire. Let's have him move over a little bit, and then... And, aim generally in this direction. And riot shield guy, you're gonna... I don't know, run by the car, I guess. Ugh. Yeah, okay. The riot shield is definitely interesting.
Hostile neutralized.
Okay, well that's the end of that pretty much. I can't imagine how they would win now. Let's approach. I want to get even a little deeper before firing here. Definitely destroy the car. Really threaten a huge amount of area. And we have two rifles planted in a way that's going to make it functionally impossible for them to do any damage. Like this guy has... Both of these guys have no effective range. I don't know why they thought this was going to work. So we're going to approach them slowly with shotgun and grenade while keeping them pinned down from the car with the rifles. Riot shield guy, your job is done, but honestly, he had an effect. The combination of the position of the riot shield guy and the shotgun guy at the beginning of the thing kept that sniper from firing in a way that was dangerous at all for quite a long time. He was having a freak out, man. I suppose if I was taking that much fire in the middle of a street with no cover, I would also probably panic really hard. Can't begrudge him that. I'm just going to stop moving. You could probably stay right there. We'll have this guy... Hold on. Come around the backside. I wonder if we're going to be able to destroy this whole thing with the grenade launcher. The safest thing for him to do at this point is run around in the open. Aw, that didn't get a kill, really? Okay, it looks like we want to move forward just a little bit. Right, because I actually want to fire this grenade so it ends up behind the camper. Just in case we can't actually get the kill, I want to make sure that we are... Or just in case it won't actually destroy the thing, we want to make sure the explosion's back here so it hits those guys. But I also want to fire this close enough that it'll destroy the car if it can destroy things. And then, yeah, we're good. Everything is cool. You should probably be aiming a little bit more this way, which I guess means standing up and moving over to here where you have a cleaner shot. So now we're watching both sides of this thing. The grenades are coming in. I had an experience very much like this during the first Half-Life. Man. At this point, that game would seem functionally unplayable, probably. Well, that's not a real plan. You can't just stand there. But I remember that being the first time where I was like, oh my god, enemy AI. Because this kind of thing happened. There's a part where you're escaping from the installation, and there's a bunch of military guys show up to save you all, and it turns out they're really trying to keep things under wraps. Spoilers for a game that came out in, like, 1995. And eventually, of course, they end up hunting you and trying to kill you so you can't get out and tell people what's happening. And you get outside of the base, finally, and you're in, like, this yard with all these shipping containers. And I was taking cover. They have automatic weapons. It's scary. I was taking cover behind a box, and they started just, like, spraying both edges of the shipping container with machine gun fire, so I couldn't run out. And then a grenade came over the top, and I was like, oh god, they're smarter than I am. I will remember that moment forever. That was, sometimes video games give you some pretty cool experiences. I don't think we have to do anything here. The grenade's gonna handle it. That's true. I am victorious. We didn't even lose... Sorry, King Flame. He'll be okay. King Flame can never be killed. That's odd how that worked out. Interestingly, Guest has not decreased their funding, which I appreciate. No hard feelings. Strike team with the relic. Quickly. It says they need orders. They shouldn't. They should remember their orders, but just in case they do. Firearm discharge onto street. I noticed that there's no specific municipal code violation for using a grenade launcher in a populated area, but it seems like there should be. That's an oversight, right? We are slightly negative on cash right now. We'll have to take a job and fix that. Yes, store incursion bond here. Activate the relic. Alright, now we just need to protect it until it is active. And we have... This is Strike Fear. It is taking forever for the defense squad to get home. You guys have orders, right? You know where you're going? Let's just double check. Send squad here. Maybe they got confused. Okay, we are in full relic defense mode right now. Hey, that's terrifying. Would I like to store building cert here? No. What is happening? Shape squads. Okay, I assume these guys are just going to exert shape control somewhere. Right, we've seen them do that before. These docks are mine for some reason. Oh, because we just did an incursion here recently, right? So, yeah, that does seem to jibe with our earlier guess that anywhere that I defeat Sonata, I get some shape control. Although it looks like maybe it's temporary, because we had control in some areas where we've lost it. Forgiven Geometry is attempting to exert shape control. You know, I'm fine with it. That's not a problem for me. So let's try to get everybody back home. Then once everybody's back home, we can think about contracts and stuff. We probably don't want to be running negative on funds forever. Again, it does seem like the funding value here is not an amount of cash on hand, but rather a revenue stream because, right, like when we... services. When we take a service contract, we pay a single fee, and then it works forever. So I'm assuming these are recurring payments. We could do some diplomatic lobbying. We could buy silencers. Oh man, there's actually some stuff here that is worth thinking about. What we do not have right now is money, though. Okay, so I think this might be an okay place to stop. We have been overwhelmingly successful here. I think we're starting to pull ahead of some of the other factions in terms of sophistication and ability to apply violence. It feels that way anyway. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. We're at 6 relics, and I think they said something cool was going to happen when we got to 7. So, fingers crossed for the next step of the story, and we'll see you then.